All right, welcome back to Real Rap Mini. This is for RWBY, Volume 8. I keep saying season, I don't know why. I guess because I'm used to saying season, but Volume 8, Episode 4. This one is called Fault. Fault really, I mean, it does have a lot to do with the episode, but it has a more literal sense at the end of the episode. So episode opens up. There's a Robin monologue of her telling stories, I guess.
Yeah, about her huntsmen, huntresses.
Happy huntresses, and
Yeah.
nobody cares about them damn happy huntresses. I think they're cool,
Okay.
but like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're
There's not
trying to
enough
get
swole
more.
women in this fucking series. We
Like
talked about
outside of
this.
outside of the sheep being frail because
Sheep.
she's a sheep, but the other two should be strong as fuck. Because why not?
I
Because
need all women in RWBY going forward to look like Elm.
exactly. Fuck this anime physique. Y'all are lugging around like goddamn Buster Swords type shits, and nobody's swole. Come on now.
It
We even
doesn't
said
make any sense.
Yang should be taller. She should be swole too.
No, Nora definitely should be taller and
Absolutely.
whatever. It's dumb. So Harriet comes in the room, and the first thing she does is look at Crow, and she tells Crow, "Hey, you don't get to hold that," and she's referring to Clover's brooch because she implies that, hey, well, she didn't imply. She straight up says you killed him, and Robin vouches for Crow, and she says if you want to find out the truth, we can use my semblance because I'm a walking lie detector. You know, they don't use that semblance enough because
Yeah, and if you're worried about her, you shouldn't worry about her fighting back, especially Meryl saying, "Harriet, what are you doing?" He has damn freeze command. So if anything goes south, let me back up, stay, and then that's it.
I don't even know how these cells work because you open them one at a time, so it's not
Yeah,
like
so it's not like a danger to anybody to let her loose. She doesn't have her weapon, unless you're really that worried that she'll be able to box you unarmed.
oh, we
I
completely forgot that Harriet and Meryl come in the room throwing Watts into his cell, like physically throwing him on the floor and into his cell.
and if anything, you could, yeah, actually. And I want to talk about that too, but real quick, if anything, you don't even need to let them out of the cells completely. You could just let Robin into Crow's cell to find out whether or not he did or didn't kill what's his name.
Clover.
Yeah, Clover. But I guess Harriet was like more. I want to just beat her up for talking smack, which is stupid, but whatever.
Yeah, no, the rabbit is entirely too combative.
Robin was right. You're not worried about the truth. You're worried about being right.
And this is what I was saying, where you people just you're following rules of a literal madman. I love Ironwood's character, but there has to be a point where the Aesops say no, and it had to have been 3 episodes ago or 2 episodes ago. You watch this guy shoot an innocent bystander in the face, all in the name of what? Of his own twisted sense of justice at this point.
Yeah, just because.
When do you say enough? Not only did you fight a bunch of children at the end of Volume 7, you fought them again an episode ago.
Like, you got to think about whether who's doing like. You should take a second guess when your boss is working with a literal excommunicated excommunicated scientist. Like, you kicked the nigga out for a reason.
Literal criminal, by the way.
Your boss fought him. Your boss had to skin his own arm just to beat him. We have a problem. If you think that he can be worked with, and apparently he got the job done because they just tossed him right back into his cell like nothing's wrong. Like, okay, that guy installed like 5 Trojans, by the way.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm telling you that Penny thing is gonna go south. Ironwood's gonna turn that shit on, and Penny's gonna turn. Instead of it being green, that shit's gonna turn red, and she's gonna start wigging.
Crow's gonna, yeah. What I think is gonna happen, just to get ahead of ourselves a little bit here, that thing is either gonna shut down the power or shut down specifically a cell block. All of them are gonna get their weapons back, and by all of them, I mean Jacques and them get free. Jacques doesn't really matter because he doesn't do much.
Jacques is gonna stay right where he is because he don't want to get beat up.
Watts might just kill Jacques. Might just cap him. But they're all gonna get their items back, and then Crow's gonna go off to fight James for whatever reason, and then
Yeah, more bad decisions from the bad luck guy, so we can lament about how his bad luck forced him to do it.
And then when Penny gets hacked and starts following Ironwood, she's only gonna do so for so long until Watts shows up, and then she's gonna start following Watts' command, And now Salem has 2 maidens. But just a little bit of theory crafting here. A tiny bit. I don't think Watts just lets himself get thrown back into the cell. Stupid. Gotta have something ready. But yeah, that's all I got from that segment. I like Robin. I know a lot of people don't, but
I mean, I mentioned this when we were watching the episode. Robin only becomes aggressive and combative when Jacques is on the screen.
yeah,
It's Jacques and Ironwood that make her this unbearable fucking character.
because they've done nothing but get her way of trying to help her people.
Yeah, and she's done nothing but get in their way of doing things that would inadvertently help the people.
All right, Ironwood, yes. Jacques, no. Hell no.
Well, I mean, Jacques is a piece of shit. No one's talking about him. I love
Yeah.
Jacques for being a piece of shit, but I'm not talking about him.
It's just
That guy is right where he needs to be.
whenever Robin asked him, like, what are you doing with all these supplies that could be helping Mantle? It's all vague, you know. Oh, you don't need to worry about it. Oh, we're doing this to help both Mantle and Alice. And it's like, yeah, it would really help if you just told me what was happening.
Or you can mind your fucking business.
I need these supplies. I'm asking you not.
Hey.
I'm gonna be on the council anyway. Being on the council doesn't matter. You can't just.
I got 2 seats, bitch. Relax.
It's because they can't force him to reveal anything. Like he's keeping secrets from the council too. It doesn't matter. But
This motherfucker said, Chuck said, "I'm gonna get that seat, bro."
Well, Robin's aggressive, but he has to be aggressive because now look, we're abandoned. There's still a hole in Mantle where the Grimm are pouring through. And now not only is there a hole, there's this goddamn hound running around, killing things, killing Oscar. This is what I was afraid of. And now I get to sit here in a cell next to the guy who helped it happen, and the other guy who helped it happen. And then another guy who's just sitting here sulking, cleaning off the guy that he killed, Bruce. Great.
Yeah, that is pretty sick that by the time this episode rolls around, the Brooch is completely like it might be an error. It might be an error, but the fact that it looks clean in this episode is sick. Because it implies that he's just been rubbing this fucking thing.
Yeah, and it's all rubbed off. Ew, that's nasty. Yeah, she's in a cell with a bunch of people she hates. Sure, she got herself in that situation because of what we said last time, but essentially, she didn't want to go back. You know, I might just fuck around and defend that ending part of Volume 7 too.
I defend it all the time because everything it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense at the same time. Like, yeah, this is probably gonna run long because we're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be a bit of a longer episode because we're gonna talk about the end of season or Volume 7. But the end of Volume 7 makes sense because Clover escalates. Clover has to be the bigger man in the situation.
Why did you stand up? You know, it's a power play, right? Making sure that you have a significant height difference in front of somebody, and then lightly nudging that, yeah, I'm gonna arrest you. That's power dynamic. You're trying to put a power dynamic. Because the only way I can respond without feeling intimidated is standing up myself. And then what? It's like, oh, why are you getting in my face? Man, shut up.
Yeah, now the situation is escalated because you stood up. You've escalated the situation now.
You didn't have to say. You could have just surprised them when everybody lands. I heard some things from my boss. Or not even. He could do the same thing. Just don't stand up. Yeah, there are orders to arrest you, but we can figure that out when we land. That's all you have to do.
Instead, they escalate the situation. They free Tyrion. Tyrion immediately, without skipping a beat, crashes the fucking plane. Now they're out in this damn tundra. And Crow's decision to team up with Tyrion and fight Clover is wrong, it's justified by the fact that all Crow wants to do is kill Tyrion. That's all he wants to do. All he wants to do is kill the guy that's been bothering him for 3 fucking seasons.
Clover's out here attacking Crow, and it's like, bro, why are you attacking him instead of the serial killer? Let's lock the serial killer up first. Because, think about it. Even if you guys don't attack him, if Tyrion just runs, now we're back to square one. All right, I have Crow. Where's the serial killer? Huh? Where's Tyrion? I don't know.
That's a mess.
Sure, everybody's alive, but James is still gonna freak out because it's like, bro, what did we gain this volume? What did we lost everything? I lost the lamp. I lost eyes. Sure, Crow's set up or Crow's locked up, but I lost everything. I lost. And he made it worse by getting himself killed because Crow had to fight him because he didn't have to fight him, but And you could say that, yeah, Robin escalated the situation by, her standing up and getting aggressive or whatever when she wasn't on the list of people to be arrested. But why would she just sit there and let Crow get arrested when we all just helped take down a mass murderer together? You don't have to do this. Like if you replaced her dialogue of James is underestimating me with I'm not gonna sit here and let you arrest him when he's done nothing but help us, then it makes more sense. Sure, she got waxed and she got knocked out when the plane crashed, but I don't know what the fuck she's supposed to do about that.
I don't know, man. I just don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't think Robin's that bad. I think people just if anything, I'll blame the framing of everything to make her seem like an incredibly aggressive character. And if she is incredibly aggressive, I mean, fuck, look at Mansell. She has reason. Everything that the Atlas executives have done nothing but fuck her city over. And she didn't have a say in it because she got cheated out of an election. So I have to take matters into my own hands. Fuck it. We ball. Who cares? It's Happy Huntress time.
Literally, fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it. I lost the election. Vigilante time.
Yeah, literally gonna start. I mean, that's what she did anyway. They started just stealing shit en masse.
That's because what else are you supposed to do?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You think Jacques is gonna clear me getting supplies? Because I couldn't force Ironwood by being nice. I can't force my way through the council. What else am I supposed to do?
Oh my god. And then Blake and Yang ruin everything by telling her everything, and then Ironwood starts molding, and then he's just like, hey, how did she know? And yo, I just want to know why they were surprised that he became so unhinged when they literally discussed him becoming unhinged when they got to Atlas.
That unhinged discussion should have came later because I don't think when he showed up he seemed perfectly normal to me.
That's what but they talked about it before they got there. So why would they even? They know this guy is nuts.
I think it's because his military moves were especially weird, but seeing as how none of them are military leaders, you don't understand why he's
being a
you don't even know that
you can tell this guy is fucking nuts.
Nah, because he had his fleet spread out, and then all he did was retract the fleet, so now everything's back in Atlas.
Right, and why would he do that?
Because you don't know, something might have happened over there to where it requires all of his fleet.
His entire fleet?
Because the tower is down. They don't know what's going on.
The Atlas military is one of the biggest, is the biggest military in all Remnant.
And he was setting up. It did make sense why he brought his fleet back, because he needs a defense if he wants to launch this goddamn tower.
This shit is crazy.
Because somebody's bright idea was that if we lose one tower, the rest of them don't work.
Leave Ozpin alone, though. There was no way he could have known that they would have fucking enlisted a bunch of other, semblance users. One of them being the maiden of what? What is she? Fall Maiden.
Fall Maiden.
Yeah, there was no way he could prep for that. Because why would you even go after the maidens?
It's not even about that. It's about the engineering of the whole thing. That's not how towers work. There's not one central tower.
Ozpin is
they all communicate with each other.
Ozpin is a nutcase. But back to Volume 8.
Trash engineer. Horrible engineer.
We cut back to Jaundice and the gang chasing after Hood, and he's got Oscar in his jaws because he just refuses to hold him regularly. Actually, I think he was holding him regularly, right?
No, he was in his jaws.
Oh, fuck, man. Come on. So, there's this whole cool fight sequence where Hood calls a bunch of Grimm out from under the snow, and now it becomes this entire, I don't know how to describe it. It's like one of those levels in a video game where you're on a bike, and now you gotta just dodge shit and fight shit and kill shit.
It's like Sonic, where the fucking boost levels where they're like 3 robots flying in front of you, and you gotta sidestep each time to get away from the laser beam.
And then you have the boost command to hit some stuff. There's some very cool Sakuga-esque moments in this little section here where they're just cartwheeling around, flipping off of the bikes and spinning the bikes around and shit. Ren gets a hold of Hood, and he's
Yeah.
flown off. John's bike gets destroyed by one of the damn millipedes, so he ends up on Yang's bike. And then there's a cliff coming, so instead of thinking, I guess it makes sense. Yang's quick thinking was to literally crash the fucking bike, and they get flung off the cliff anyway. To which they're saved by Ren, because my guy Jaundice, hating ass nigga, bro, hating on my
I
man's
don't, I
Jaundice.
don't hate John. I just
Jaundice with the 6 million IQ play of slamming his sword into the ground as he falls off the cliff. Ren comes
yeah,
flying in.
he couldn't hold on.
No. 6 million
Huh?
IQ play of slamming his sword into the ground as he goes over the cliff, and they're both saved by Ren. And then that's the end of that segment there, really, where they
That
just
was a cool sequence. I don't hate John. I don't hate him.
okay.
Don't cap on my name.
I
Like
can
that.
find multiple fucking instances of you hating on Jaundice.
Yeah,
Jaundice being one of them. That was
right,
an
listen,
episode, wasn't it?
It was. Some of his decision making is just not the best. For somebody that's so layered in tactician work, some of his decision
Bro,
making
they've given up on this character. Don't do that.
as a character, after they made him stop, crying over Pyrrha, he's a lot more mellow and he's cooler now. I like him. Yeah. His new costume is good, minus his hair.
His hair sucks.
We've all been there.
They should have just continued with the long hair. Give him a ponytail or something.
What do they call it? Fucking Warriors Wolf Tail. Or
yeah, make him raw, bro. Like don't make him look like a damn herb. He's got this damn faux hawk, like nerd hair.
Should have given him. They were afraid to give him a taper fade. That's what it was.
If he had a taper fade, I would have thrown my shit out the fucking window.
Oh my god!
I promise you, I would have launched everything out the window.
They're afraid to give him a taper fade. That's what it is. All right, next.
So we cut to Ruby's group at the at Schnee Manor. Whitley opens the door, and instead of saying, "Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you're safe. Yeah, you're a criminal, but you're my family still, and I kind of care about you." He opens up with, "Look what you fucking did, bro." Father's in jail. Mother's locked herself in her room, and she's drinking double.
The staff left. Everybody we hired quit on the spot. They're gone.
My God, you ruined everything. You don't care about our reputation. And then Blake's like, "Yo, are you nuts? You not see what's going on?" You know what this reminds me of? I hate to bring this to real life. This reminds me of the people that are going to stores acting like this COVID shit doesn't exist.
Yep.
You're getting mad at retail employees for not having stuff. Like a whole pandemic doesn't exist. But let's get back to the shits. So they I guess corral Whitley in, and instead of including him in their plans, like Mom said to last volume, she kicks Whitley out and sends him to his room. I don't know. I feel like even if Whitley was acting like this, remembering what Mom said about you left him here with us, and that's why he's like that. Like Jacques wasn't beating them every day.
I don't know about sending him to his room, but we can't take him with us. We already have enough dead weight.
If they're gonna sit at the crib till Nora's able to at least move, you can at least make use of Whitley. That's a whole body.
I mean, yeah, but all right.
Especially when your mom said Whitley is literally like this because you left.
All right, no, that's not fair.
It's not, but I'm just saying. Like, I feel like you should at least try and be like, okay, yeah, I get where she's coming from.
Also, I'm not gonna let the alcoholic tell me about abandoning people. You're abandoning your son by drinking your problems away.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have a choice. It's either lock yourself in your room and drink or get beat.
Maybe if you hadn't fucking married this loser, we all wouldn't be in this problem.
Yeah, it's almost like she didn't know he was a loser when she married him.
Make some better decisions. You're a terrible judgy character. You're trying to judge me. You're a terrible judgy character.
You hating. You're hating super hard now.
Nah, because that's not fair. Telling him, oh, you and your sister abandoned him. Bro, do you know what we're dealing with?
Yeah, but it's more so wanting your kids to stick together. Like, even if you live in a shitty situation, at least if your kids don't have parents, they have each other. That's the whole the whole deal there.
Yes, we can all get beat together.
No, that's not what. Oh my fucking God, I hate this guy.
That's just all.
I mean, you're right, but
He had the same choice to leave,
bro, like,
and
guy
he
has no
still
fucking
did
powers.
it.
Where's he gonna go?
That's your fault. You lost a genetic
What?
lottery. Not only did you lose the race twice, you lost a genetic lottery.
Bro, how is that his fault? It's genetic. You can't do anything about that.
You lost a genetic lottery. You could be a soldier. You don't
No,
need to
he's
have.
gonna be useless if he goes into the damn military. Look
You're
at him.
not.
He's skin
You're
and
not with
bones, bro.
Jacques. You're not with Jacques. Put some muscle on, bro.
I just can't believe that Jacques is literally fucking powerless, and Whitley just ended up being the one to take right after him with no fucking powers.
Hate to see it, but I mean, it happens. I understand what.
I want to
what's
see how Whitley plays into the rest of this season, because they keep showing me Whitley. He's clearly important.
I don't know why, but we'll see. They have plans for this. Is the one thread of the Sneak soap opera that I don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck
What,
about
Whitley?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. If they're gonna have to whatever they do, I'll accept it because I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah. So at the end of this segment, Blake notes that if she's worried about Yang, she should call her. And RWBY notes that, hey, I've been trying to call her for the past 5 minutes and it's not connecting. Which then drags us back over to Jaundice, Yang, and Ren walking in the snow. And Ren is doing that thing that I've hated that he's doing for the last two volumes, where he's just complaining and crying and complaining and complaining. Yang asks him where he saw the outpost, and he's giving her attitude. Why? Why, brother? Why? So then it devolves into a full-on argument between the two, as John is trying to deflate the situation. Yang is actively antagonizing this guy. And then Ren lashes out at Jaundice, saying that he cheated to get in the beacon, which hurts Jaundice's feelings.
I mean, he did cheat.
I mean, okay, he faked transcripts and then transferred in as like, I guess, a fake student, false student. Everybody knew. I mean, okay, let not everybody. Glinda and Ozpin knew. They knew.
Glinda, that's a throwback. Never heard that.
Right? That character doesn't even fucking exist anymore.
Yep, because they fired the voice actor. But
I mean, that never matters.
What matters to them?
I mean, it's not like she has a reason to be on the screen anymore.
I mean,
when we go back to Vale, I guess that's when she'll reappear, and her and all the other professors will reappear.
I don't need to see the rest of those guys.
No, what's his name? The Crackdown guy is great.
That guy's voice actor got fired too.
That's not a problem. We can find another one.
Actually, wait, Professor, they all got fired.
Holy shit. I guess life imitates art.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. You hate to see it.
Oh boy, that's
so.
funny.
After Ren lashes out at John walks off somber because somebody who he thought was his man's just iced him up real good in front of company, by the way. And Yang notes that Ren is trying to push everyone away. I don't know where this Ren is trying to push everyone away narrative has come from, but they've been egging it on really hard ever since that election episode, and when Ren was the only person to agree with Ironwood.
Now, I don't know why Yang's saying that, because she hasn't seen all of it.
She hasn't even been paying attention.
He was starting to push everyone away, quote unquote. At the end of last season, when he was like bitching and crying that they lost the lamp and that they also lost Oscar. Like, unless he was also crying in the ship, then I get it. But she hasn't.
Can you imagine if he's sitting there just reminding them of how they fucked up the entire time they're on that ship?
That's so annoying. Shut up, bro.
Fuck that fucking guy in his face.
If anything, John should be saying that, but John doesn't. John is the de facto team leader, so he can't really say much.
And he understands his position. It's not even like he. It's not like with RWBY where they didn't even. He took to being a leader very, very quickly.
Yeah, but fucking what's his name? Or what's his name is he can't, because if he starts arguing, then it's over. It's over.
Honestly,
Everybody's mad, and Ren probably walks away for good.
I
And it's
think
just like
the only way, or I guess the only way that I see that it can end this Ren storyline is if that guy joins the Aesops.
that would be kind of cool.
It would look stupid because who the fuck is Ren really? Like Ren has no character other than yeah, my entire village was killed by a horseman, and I'm romantically, physically, and emotionally linked to Nora. That's my entire character.
But I doubt it. They'll probably just kill him.
Holy shit! All right.
That's what everybody's saying. It's like everybody's saying, "Oh, either Ren or Nora is gonna die," because they split apart once, and everybody just. I think that putting him on the Aesops would be cool.
Because
But
that's what all signs point to. I don't even know why Ren left with them.
he wants to join Ironwood, but I guess he's
Right,
also like,
Ren's been trying to go to be under the general the entirety of last volume.
he's also empathetic with the people of Mansell, though. So I don't think he wants to.
No,
He
he
doesn't want
by force. He didn't give a fuck about those people. Nora is the only reason he cares about those people in any capacity.
Yeah, but Nora's scope on this entire situation is too large. It's either yes, let's save Mansell, or the alternative, which is let's save the entire world. And it's just like, guys, can't we just focus on one thing at a time?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Goodness.
Ren does not give a fuck about Mantle. They can have him say all this shit that he wants about being an orphan and knowing and feeling and all that other stuff. He does not give a fuck about those people. Why? Because he was ready to team up with Ironwood frame one.
Guys, it's because he sees the bigger picture of if we have to save somebody, we at least need to save some people. He agrees with the idea that we should just take Atlas and put it in the fucking stratosphere.
It
right?
doesn't even make any sense.
If you work with Ironwood, at least you can take the people of Mantle and put them on that fucking floating rock up under the goddamn
shit,
stratosphere.
where you take Bikini Bottom and push the shit over.
It worked. They moved they moved Bikini Bottom over there.
Yeah, and the fucking worm fell in it anyway.
But that's because SpongeBob and Sandy were fucking around. If they weren't fucking around, the worm wouldn't have landed on Bikini Bottom. You see
the moral of the story is stop it. Get some fucking help.
You can't do both at once. It doesn't make sense. Let's help Mansell.
They're gonna fail.
Power up.
And the whole thing about failing is Penny is going. Her eyes are gonna turn red, and I'm gonna cut the episode off, and you're never gonna see me again.
Listen, this is exactly what happened last year. You can't do both. Ironwood knows. He said, "I can't save Mansell, and I can't launch the tower. One or the other has to happen.
Fuck this.
We can't do both. We can't do both.
Fuck this.
I don't know why they're
doing both. Fuck it.
You can't do both.
Anyway, Yang stupid ass conversation. They skip over all of that. Oscar wakes up in Monstro, hanging from this.
No, we gotta talk about that. Because Yang asked John, "Do you think she's gonna be mad at me because I didn't want to help?"
That's later in the damn episode.
Is it? Oh
yes!
shit, never mind. Next.
Because they were at the outpost when they talked about that. This is when they were in the snow.
Yeah. More godlike content on the way.
I gave you the outline. Outline's right there.
I thought you conveniently left that out. Next.
What? I would never leave that out. You know, I'm a firm believer in that shit. Don't do that.
Bumblebee supporter.
I'm a firm believer in that shit because of how fucking toxic it is. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Get me the fuck. Yeah. Get me out of here.
So
we're in Monstro.
So Oscar wakes up in Monstro. He's hanging from Hood because why not? He has a conversation with Salem. Salem implies that she knows that they're not fully synced up yet. I don't know how she knows. I guess by demeanor and whatnot.
Yeah, because he's fucking acting. It's not. He didn't give the keys over. He's fucking acting, bro.
She was able to sniff out that guy was not Ozpin very quickly.
Yeah,
and then she asked him where things are, or I forgot what she asked him exactly. She asked him
first where the beacon relic is, because he hid the beacon relic below the school, and she has no idea where the fuck that thing is.
Yeah, he hid it in the fucking center of the earth.
Probably. She's like, I can't sense it. My forces can't find it. Where did you put the relic?
Where did bro? He put that shit in some purgatory. I don't know where it is.
Oscar's
He's got a
like,
fucking magical closet somewhere where he just put that fucking thing in there.
Oscar's like, I don't fucking know. She's like, you know what? I believe you. So she's like, all right, I'll ask you something again. How the fuck does the lamp work? He's like,
She said, "What's the password to the lamp?" He said, "I have no clue. I have no intention of telling you."
He said, there's no fucking questions left on that bitch. That's when she's like, yeah.
And this is the best part of this conversation because she hits Oscar with the top rope superplex of saying that him and Ozpin are very closely alike with how quick they are to lie.
And she starts microwaving his shit. Starts lighting him up. Shit looked like your Gen 4 Ice Beam off the anime.
You keep saying it, and
they had the little circle. You got the little circle, right? They didn't have the energy cascading off it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. She lights him up. He has no aura, by the way. He got beat so bad, he has no aura. So this is all direct damage.
Yeah, he's taking this to the chest. And then she decides that she's going to leave, but not before leaving him a playmate, and Hazel walks in the room. And you can already tell what type of snuff film this is.
That shit is terrible. He actually gets fucking boxed. It's so
I hate this season. There were only 4 episodes in, and I hate this volume. They've made Penny feel like shit. They're going to kill Penny again. They're beating Oscar.
Oscar's actually getting beat every other episode.
He's being beat like the government mule. Like, I just don't get it.
I'm afraid to see what happens to him episode 6 because it's so bad.
What, you skipping a week? You taking a week off?
Yeah, no, because they got to go back to the
A side. Right, they do have to go back to the fucking A, B, and C sides.
Then they go back to Oscar, episode 6, and then we go back to...
No, it would be episode 7, wouldn't it? Because you go to RWBY group, you go to Yang group, then back to Oscar.
Oh, true, yeah. All right, so maybe episode 7. We'll see.
It's nuts. Hazel starts beating the fuck out of him.
Oh, whoa! He says the dumbest shit too. That was for Haven, and then this one is for my sister.
Yeah, everything afterwards, that's for my sister. Bro, your sister knew what she signed up for.
Ozpin feels none of this. None of this is me. Stop! Stop! I was defending myself in Haven. I was defending myself in Haven. You don't have to do this.
It's not me. It's not me. So we get back to the boring section of these episodes where Salem and Cinder are having a conversation about Cinder wanting to go after the maiden because she's failed at every turn with every fucking maiden so far. She got bamboozled by Raven. Raven put her in a lunchbox. She had to climb out of that damn fissure that she fell into after being put in the lunchbox. She almost killed Winter, only to get packed up in a fucking lunchbox again by Penny, who's the winner maiden now. And then she comes back with the lamp as a consolation prize, which she didn't even obtain. Neo stole it. So Salem sits there and belittles her and makes fun of her with Hood there laughing the entire time. And then after they had a conversation where she said, she knows that it's her war to win, her fight to win. So Cinder walks off mauling the entire time. She decides, and she's having a conversation with Neo as well, and they're headed to the airship because they're going back to Atlas. Why? Because Cinder refuses to listen. She has no intention of listening to the person who can literally kill her by looking at her.
Now, I understand why they made Cinder go back to Salem, because, I mean, at that point, there's too many fucking factions. But I don't think that Salem should have allowed her back so easily, and I guess that's what this is. It's like, yeah, you got me the lamp, but guess what? We're still on bad terms, nigga, so you can sit here in this fucking whale all you want. Don't interfere with my shit.
And she's going to interfere with her shit, which means that Hood is going to claim her soon enough.
Now, if Hood beats her, power scaling out of the window, bro.
Bro, the power scaling's already out the window. The Aesops who are fucking genius level, S-class level operatives lost to some fucking children.
Listen. Even the fucking, what was it, the 17-0 Patriots, they still lost to the fucking whatever Giants team that was in that one Super Bowl, okay? Everybody gets one.
Yeah, but they've got
Yeah.
multiple on her.
Mero said it. Mero said it. He didn't say everybody was. He said they were holding back. They were holding back.
That's cap. They were not holding back.
They were holding back. I don't know what to
Bro,
tell you.
they had Yang beat the shit out of Elm, which makes no sense.
They didn't beat the shit out of Elm. It's because she couldn't use her semblance to ground herself, so it was easier to hit her with the launcher.
Yeah, and what did they do? The Izuna dropped her into the fucking ground.
Yeah, but everybody gets one.
Whatever, man. Fucking at the end of this Salem section, we get Emerald trying to tag along. I fucking hate this character. I hate Emerald and Mercury because they're not characters, they're just functions. They literally only exist to either get beat up or to cause problems. Just move. Useless fucks. Actually, just use they got new clothes. Imagine them getting new clothes. Imagine them getting new clothes, and then in volume 9, I'm gonna have to watch Sun come back with that same musty ass shirt and jean shorts. Y'all got some fucking nerve.
You leave Emerald alone, alright?
No, I refuse to leave her alone. The character is dog shit.
Stand everybody with melanin in the show because there's not too many, okay? So Harriet, you know what I'm saying? Elm, fucking Emerald, Oscar, that's because that's the farm boy, you know what I'm saying? We stand all of those. Every one of those characters has gotten beat the fuck down by Team RWBY.
It's okay.
It's okay. Oscar continually gets beat, but it's fine.
Bro, Oscar is actually just dead.
For shit that's not even his fault. He's getting beat.
Oscar got some fucking nerve.
Talking about something. Just calm down, Oscar. Everything's gonna be fine. Here comes Hazel.
He lied to him. Okay, to be fair, he had. He saw Hazel walking and said, "Oh fuck."
Oh.
Okay,
no.
Oscar. Remember when I said everything's gonna be all right? Yeah, you're not gonna be fine.
You will not.
All right, so we got Ren and John. They now made it into a bunker, and Ren and John are talking about how John did cheat his way into it's not really cheating. He kind of just snuck into the school with the headmaster and the I guess vice principal knowing that he snuck in. But I mean, yeah, they have a conversation about that. I don't even remember what they talked about really, even though I watched the episode twice today. Because this Ren thing doesn't even make any sense.
It does. He's upset.
Bro, you are not going to convince me about fucking Ren. I'm sorry.
I should be up there with those Aesops.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Great. Fucking useless.
That's why I shouldn't be down here with y'all.
With your garbage ass. Look, I'm cold. I'm in the snow. I could have been up there having warm steak dinners while y'all dying out here.
If y'all didn't fall off the cliff, I have to do everything around here. I have to mask your emotions. I have to get Oscar. Man, y'all trash.
Bro, I don't know what this guy's problem is this volume, but if he dies, I wouldn't care.
I'd care. That guy's cool.
That's all he is. He's just a cool silent character. And now the first time they have him open his mouth this entire series, and he's the worst fucking character in the show.
See, it's crazy because he's a quiet one, but he's had a worse temper than Yang at times. Like when he was fighting the damn horseman the first time, how he was going like all out.
Bro,
and he was like,
men were trying to talk to him, saying, "Yo, can you relax?" Not listening, flying into this thing, getting knocked back, just throwing himself at this fucking thing. And then Ren storms out and goes to sit under a fucking lamp in the cold instead of being by the radiator because he's a smart guy, very smart guy. And we get to my favorite part of this fucking episode. My favorite part of this episode.
Oh, here we go.
So Yang asked John if he thinks that she would be mad at her decision. So John, not knowing any of the situations, is like, yeah, no. Why would RWBY be mad at you? That's your sister, Sisters fight and all that other stuff. You guys will be fine. And then she says, yeah, RWBY. Implying that she meant Blake.
Bro, who is worried about Blake at a time like this?
Nah, inject it, nigga. Inject it.
Who is worried? I'm glad she's confident that her and her sister's fight won't matter in the long run because it really won't.
It won't.
We disagree, but at the same time, we've reached a conclusion where everybody can try what they like. You guys can try to get Amity Tower up and running. We can try to protect the people of Mantle as long to buy you guys enough time to do what you need to do. It's fine. Everybody wins, right? I don't think that, if anything, the people that exchanged the most heated words were Ruby and Yang. I don't know why. I guess they didn't get a chance to talk about it before leaving. So
Yeah.
maybe that's where the hesitation comes from Yang, that they didn't get a chance to converse a little bit before leaving. But I still don't think that I don't think it's a big deal, if anything. But they decided to add that in there just to show that if Ren feels like this, I wonder if Blake feels like this too on the other side. But I think it's probably just gonna piss a bunch of people off because it's gonna be like, oh, Bumblebee at it again. She only thinks about Blake. She never thinks about her sister. And it's like, bro,
everybody mad as shit about that.
They're gonna be mad.
Yeah, I'm happy as fuck.
I'm not with them.
I
Fuck
told
that.
you, I'm all for injecting the toxic relationship.
Cause you love this shit. Fucking stupid Bumblebee shit.
It's so toxic. It's good. Like, oh my god, I love the toxic relationship shit. I love that shit. But yeah, the episode ends with Ren brooding outside under this lamppost, and they pan out about, I want to say, 30 feet or so, and there's a crack in the ground. Something's moving around down there. The cracks get bigger, and that's how the episode ends. And Tux is sure that it's this fan made Grim
sulfur fish.
I'll probably have a photo up when we talk over this. It's like these little scuddler things where they just walk around, and then they have what is this thing called? It's herd mentality, where there's a bunch of them, and then they turn into, I guess this is like a gorilla type fighter thing, and then there's a huge land snake one.
Now
they have the size for scale.
I think it's this because sure, this could just be I might put a little bit of a tinfoil hat on here, but sure, you could just have the stinger that, oh, there's something lurking below. But I feel like they tease that just like how they teased Hound if they had the concept finished. But I think they left that open because they hadn't quite decided the Full Sail University contest winner yet. So they just left it as oh yeah, there's something down there, and then whatever's down there is going to be revealed to be this Grim later on. So I think that they were just gonna leave it open ended because showing just the one sulfur fish would have just been enough, to show everybody, oh, the contest winner is about to show up.
Right.
And if they're just showing one, then why is this one Grim important? What's about to happen? Then you show them collecting, and then we get this big ass fight.
Right.
I think if they really wanted to show off what it was, they would have just shown us. They wouldn't showing just the groundbreaking in such a boring way. But if the reason is that we don't know the contest winner, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. All right, we're gonna close this up because it's coming up on an hour. We went old school real rap on you and talked and rambled and went on for almost an hour. We're gonna head out here. You already know, as always, subscribe, please. Hit the button, follow the social media, follow the Twitch streams, whatever. Thank you for watching. And we're heading out. We'll see you. I don't know when, actually. I don't even know when these will go up. But we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah, later.